Alright, this is Oldmanpoole back for round 2. We are going to play first when given the choice. It's probably a keep. We do need to hit one more land from Mole Drifter. It's kind of not excellent. But if we hit Mole Drifter and we hit another land, then we end up starting looking okay. I think we do. We had a Chainer's Edict for something early. I think we keep the hand. This is definitely borderline, though. Not something I'm hoping for. We would want a couple more lands. But, I mean, one land drawn, I think the hand is quite good, so we have a decent chance. Have a couple of turns to get there. Alright. Yeah, that's one of our two. Pass back. Him to Turok. Ooh, okay. Mystic Snake and Cryptic Command. Okay, that's not bad. Those are both cards that we maybe would have had difficulty playing. Like Nightmares, he hits our Mole Drifter. Ooh, perfect. Good draw, good draw. We're just going to go ahead and evoke this. And start working our way up towards Ob Nixilis. Ooh. Yeah, that was pretty lucky him to Turok. Those probably would have been the two cards. Well, I would have pitched Stroke of Genius over Cryptic Command, probably, but Buried Alive. Okay. Yeah, all of a sudden the Mystic Snake and the Cryptic Command start seeming a little bit more important, but this next turn we are going to have Jace, which is not bad, and the turn after we'll have Ob Nixilis, so maybe we can blow up whatever he reanimates. Oh, wow. Yeah, Sundering Titan just destroys us, though. I guess there's nothing we can do about him having a removal spell here. Or a reanimation spell. I think definitely Jace is the correct play. Yeah, we lose an awful lot. Gonna -3 here. Let's see what my opponent wants to give me. Okay. Thunderbreak Drake. Dragon. Thunderbreak Drake. Dragon. Okay. Well, this number won't kill Sundering Titan, unfortunately. It's like something like that. Okay. So this makes me think that, well, I don't know. Maybe I was gonna say it makes me think that maybe he doesn't have a reanimation spell, but I'm not sure we can really assume that either. I guess I think we're okay taking... Well, Dismember maybe doesn't do all that much. Careful Consideration seems fine. Maybe we do want the Garruk. He may just not be playing anything that Dismember hits, though, if he's really going hard on the reanimation strategy. And I think Garruk is better than Careful Consideration. We have a couple of removal spells already. I think I'm going to take the Garruk. So my opponent chose well there. Alright. Pass back to my opponent. And pray he can't reanimate the Sundering Titan. Pray, pray, pray. And Mystic Snake, it's kind of sad that we pitched it to him now, and now that we've seen how we've drawn, but at the time we couldn't play it, so... Okay, Fork Bolt's a good sign, he's just going to kill the Jace. So maybe he doesn't have anything to work with quite yet. If we find another Swamp, I think we're much more okay from Sundering Titans, because then we can always Chainer's Edict something. Miscalculation. So I guess we play the Garruk here, and drop one more island. And start making 2/2s. Yeah, I love the banner too. It's pretty sweet. I am certainly not creative enough to make it myself, but my lovely wife created it for me. Fits the crotchety old man motif excellently, though. Okay, Thoughtseize. Okay. Can't do anything about that. He does get a little bit of extra information. He knows we got the miscalculation. It'll be interesting to see whether he takes that or the edict. If he takes the edict again, I think it's probably more likely he's got a reanimation spell. He might be playing the Thoughtseize to like clear the way for it. On the other hand, you probably would have played it last turn if he'd had it. So maybe he just drew the Thoughtseize. Might still take the edict. Let's see, if my opponent thinks the game's gonna go longer, Stroke of Genius ends up being a little bit better. Take the miscalculation if he's worried. Oh, and you can always take Obnix List as well. Dreadbore. Okay. So my opponent doesn't seem to be like strict Reanimator. He seems to kind of have a Reanimator sub-theme going on maybe, but he might just be kind of a black-red controlling deck. And maybe he's also been screwed on blue. Okay, so we can play Glenalendra over the Miscalculation, or we can just play Miscalculation, keep up Stroke of Genius. That seems worse than Glenalendra. Let's play that here. Having blue up to protect it's pretty good too. Let's go ahead and swing with my wolf. Take advantage of the little bit of value we've managed to glean. Seal of Fire. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna utilize Glenalendra here. You can always shoot her later, and it kind of works out the same. We save a mana though, so maybe actually we're just okay with that. If he kills the wolf, whatever. I think we're okay with him resolving this here, over potentially like a reanimation spell or something more impressive. Skin Render. Ew, okay. That's interesting. I didn't even know this was in the cube, but you got me a little bit. I guess he gets one hit at Glenalendra either way. Yeah, I think Glen, it's crazy. She comes around kind of late. Oh, I guess I had -1/-1 counters when it ends. Oh yeah, Skin Render actually wrecks Glenalendra pretty good. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's not even something I knew was in the cube, but worked out pretty well for my opponent right there. So here we can Chainer's Edict, and we can sacrifice the Skin Render, or we can just hold up Miscalculation and Stroke of Genius and potentially take 3. Stroke draws us 3 now, which is okay. If we have to miscalculate, it's less good. So maybe we play the Chainers and plan on cycling the Miscalculation if he doesn't utilize it. That seems a little bit better. Just get rid of that. But yeah, Skin Render definitely wrecks Glenalendra pretty good. And then Chainers is a flashback for 7, which we should bear in mind. So if we hit one more land, we can utilize it too. Wonder if he just Seal of Fires here. Don't think that's a bad play. Yep. Okay. Now I'll just pass back to my opponent. He does know we have the Miscalculation in hand, but he may not be able to do anything. I think that in a vacuum we played that right. I think most of the time it's going to be correct. Just cycle away the Miscalculation here. And I guess we play the Swamp other than the Blooming Marsh, because I think we're going to want a Stroke of Genius. And stroking for 4 seems pretty good. Especially when we're both not doing anything too serious. It's weird that he's playing Buried Alive. Maybe he's just got like 1 reanimate spell and he's hoping for the value there. Seems not great though. When he played that and then dumped the Mirror Battlesphere and Sundering Titan, I was like, oh, reanimate for sure. But since then he's just been kind of playing a bunch of miscellaneous reasonable cards. So maybe he was going for reanimate and it just didn't quite come together. I could see that being the case too. I think the main way we lose here, though, is if he finds some reanimation spell. If he just drops the Sundering Titan, that's going to be hard for us to deal with. But if he gives us another couple of turns, Stroke of Genius ends up being good. He didn't shuffle, though. I'm terrified. No reanimate. No necromancy. Don't do this to me. Hologon's Command. Okay. He's going to return the Battle Sphere to his hand. And he's going to make me discard? Okay. So I guess we're going to stroke first. And see if there's something specific we want to discard. Okay. Glad that he didn't have... Well, alright then. I guess we definitely are going to pitch the Blooming Marsh. And next turn, I guess we play Creeping Tar Pit and Pernicious Steed and start swinging with the Tar Pit. Liliana. Okay, Liliana seems pretty reasonable. We've got 8 right now, so maybe we play that. Do we want to play that and Pernicious Steed, or do we even care? We have enough mana that this is actually probably okay to just hold in our hand and then blow up without my opponent's knowledge. I can search our library right off. Kind of like just making him discard, though. If we get up to 8, we just win the game, given what his graveyard looks like. If he gets the Battle Sphere, we can always still Chainer's Edict it. And I'm going to make him discard. It might be a pretty tough decision for him. Because he needs to hit one more land before the Battle Sphere is good. Or I guess 2 more lands. Yeah, we'll hold the deed in our hand. And I think this is better as a surprise for my opponent. Although, unfortunately, again, if you reanimate something, the deed just isn't going to do tons. Pitch the Mizium Mortars. Okay. Well, that one's got an odd conglomeration of cards. Like, there's a lot of good value cards in there, but it feels like he doesn't have a super cohesive strategy what he wants to be doing. Obviously still terrified of... Okay, Thirst for Knowledge. Obviously still terrified of any and all Reanimator spells, but I like our position otherwise. And if he doesn't have a way to deal with Liliana, I mean, she will ultimate and win the game. I'm not sure there's really anything that we desperately want. I mean, I guess we could get, like, Wormcoil Engine, which is kind of fine, but I don't know if there's much else in the deck that seems just crazy. Pitches Mere Battlesphere back. Oh, Necromancy. Okay. So, Necromancy does get destroyed by Pernicious Deed, right? I have to read this massive amount of text. Okay, here's the battlefield. There's an R with enchant creature. Okay. Creature on the battlefield. Okay. So Pernicious Deed, we'll get rid of it. I imagine he's going to play the Sundering Titan, unfortunately. But then the Liliana Best continues to get value. So we'll lose 3 lands. He loses 2. Yeah, maybe he just plays the Battle Sphere. I don't know. Both of those seem okay. Oh, he's getting Sundering Titan. So we have to wait another turn before we can deed, unfortunately. So that would have been a reason to play it last turn, I suppose. Or to play the Hissing Quagmire instead of the Creeping Tar Pit. And maybe we should have considered that. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're definitely going to play Hissing Quagmire and then utilize Pernicious Deed the next turn. I imagine he kills Liliana, so we might as well -2 here. Making him discard is probably fine, but I think finding a better card is more important if we're not eventually hoping to uptick to 8. So what do we want here? Noxious Gearhulk's pretty good, actually. Is that... Yeah, it's just another target creature. Actually, that seems pretty good. Probably better than Pernicious Steed to wreck the Sundering Titan. Alternatively, we could get Nissa, although there's no way you can play Nissa. That's true. Yeah, I kind of like the Noxious Gearhulk for next turn. And then we still have the Pernicious Steed in backup. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and drop down the Hissing Quagmire. We can also block with the Tar Pit. Actually, we should have considered that a little bit earlier, and maybe should have just continued going. At this point, though, yeah, maybe I still want to block. Next turn, we're gonna have a Noxious Gearhulk in play. We can start upticking Liliana again. Kind of eventually get Nissa, I suppose. So yeah, maybe I like holding the Tar Pit back to block. Because my opponent's going to get pretty low on mana after the Sundering Titan dies again. Swing at Liliana. So I think we are going to chump it here. I think she's got a fair amount of value as the game goes on. And maybe it was incorrect to search there, given that we already had the deed. But if he's got a kill spell, we feel a little bit better. Okay. So we'll just shoot it, kill Liliana, but then we'll play a land and kill out the Sundering Titan. Okay. I think we are still ahead. We gain 10, and my opponent's got a 5 cost or a 5 power creature breathing down his neck. We play the Hissing Quagmire. I guess it's a 3-turn clock. Okay. Yes, I would. We're obviously still hoping that he doesn't have another reanimation spell. If he goes down to 4 lands, we go down to 4 lands. We have Pernicious Steed in backup. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Again, having one more reanimate spell can ruin our whole day, but he's kind of top decking, so if he doesn't find anything, he doesn't find anything too. Liliana, okay. Gonna pitch a couple of cards and then return something. It's got Entomb as well. Only seen one true reanimation effect so far, though. Ooh, Careful Consideration seems pretty good. Let's just cast that right now. Discard 2 cards. What do we like least? Kind of like using Thoughtseize. What do you return to his hand? Your Battlesphere. I guess discarding that doesn't do tons, though. Bone Shredder maybe is better, just as a way to... I guess that doesn't hit artifacts, though. Both of his big threats are artifacts. So maybe we pitch that. And the World Waker? I mean, there's a reasonable chance we just won't be able to play her. So I think we want the land. Okay. For that, can't actually Thoughtseize this turn. We're gonna go ahead and kill Liliana, I think. It's a little bit overkill here, but if she keeps upticking, it makes him quite a bit smaller anyway, so I think that this actually won't affect our clock. If we draw one more land, we can play Wormcoil Engine. Which feels pretty okay. Ooh. Sneak attack. Interesting. So we're gonna wreck him pretty bad with the Mirror Battle Sphere here. Just Thoughtseize it away. Yeah, so we definitely want to do that instead. Because he does have that in his hand. Instead of the Wormcoil. And I guess we'll just play the Pernicious Deed as backup. We can use it to blow up the sneak attack in a later turn. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take that. And play our Swamp. I wonder if we're better off actually attacking instead. That brings him down to 9, I guess, which is 2 attacks from the Noxious. So yeah, I think I actually like that better. Oh, I don't have another green. Never mind, can't do that. So we'll attack him with the Noxious Gearhulk. And I'll play the Pernicious Steed. And potentially use that to destroy sneak attack. Opponent's drawing a lot of lands here. Alright, managed to sneak that one out. And we'll go to our sideboard here. So kind of a Reanimator, sort of value deck. I do like Duress. It hits like Necromancy. I think we're just golden. Don't really like Una's. Tassigurs isn't great. Phyrexian Revoker doesn't actually hit any of the things we really need to right there. Gift seems eh. Let's see. So I don't think I actually need anything else. I guess Duplicant. It's a 6 though. It's good against Battle Sphere, although not fantastic even. So I do think the game could go long. Stroke of Genius could end up being pretty good. Bone Shredder seemed bad though. Okay. Opponent capped here. Don't have blue for the Mole Drifter. I think we do still keep, given that we're on the draw. If we hit blue, the hand's quite good. Yeah, I think this is still keep. It's kind of questionable. If one of these forests was an island, it'd just be great, but I think we keep. Yeah, sorry about the wait there. Opponent's trying off the Serum Visions. Wormcoil. Not ideal. So we start off with the Blooming Marsh. I don't know if it really makes much difference. It's beautiful art, though. Okay. Still no blue for the Mole Drifter, unfortunately. We need to hit double blue before Jace, Mystic Snake, or Careful do something. Entomb. Alright. Well, we might be pretty close to just dead anyway. I guess maybe that was a reason to play 2 forests instead of another swamp. Liliana, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna up that. Okay, so not a crazy fantastic start. Really want Island. Here we go. Nope. Dang. You do have Damnation though, like if you bring this back. I guess right now we still need to find another swamp before Sundering Titan will do it for us. Yeah, okay, well we'll just sit here. Not looking to be in a great position. If my opponent ever gets to 7 with Liliana, we just lose too. Yeah. It's basically an impossible emblem to beat. Unless you're crazy head on board. Yeah, there's the Necromancy, unfortunately. So we have no way to interact with that. I think we might just lose to the Necromancy Sundering Titan here. pretty good. Well, at least it'll be a short game. We won't have danger of running out of time for our next. Yeah. Can't realistically think of what we could draw here. I guess Into the Royal's pretty good. Such an odd card. It's just old, certainly, but definitely an odd card. Okay, take the beats here. Won't play that well. We even held them out until after he played the Sundering Titan. Oh, there's Into the Royal. Still need blue for it, though, unfortunately. So let's see, what do we want to pitch here? We're quite a ways away from Careful Study or Careful Consideration. Stroke of Genius is just flat out terrible. Maybe Stroke here. We have lots of bad cards we could pitch, but probably Stroke. And even if he hadn't had the turn 3 Necromancy, which is definitely like the dream for that deck, we were in trouble anyway. We still have Hidden Island. So, probably wouldn't have mattered. Okay. And Ponder. Shuffles. I guess that's the slightest amount of good news for us. I think we are just straight up dead there. Okay, well, let's go on game 3. Not a whole lot we can do against the Dream Reanimator draw, but that's why we're playing things like, oh, did our sideboard not work? We still have the Duress. I guess we still have the Bone Shredder. Huh. I was going to say we had something there because we have Duress is a little bit better against my opponent, but we must not have had it. We could take the Revoker against Liliana. Is there anything else that just seems bad against his deck? Dismember seems pretty bad. Maybe we cut that. Chainer's Edict actually seems okay. Actually, it seems pretty reasonable. Pretty good. So yeah, maybe we put... Trigon Predator's kind of interesting. If it's in play, he can't reanimate. Yeah, maybe that's not bad, actually. I didn't even think of him before. Ratchet Bomb still seems fine. We just put it up to 3 to get rid of the reanimation spell. Liliana seems okay. We can always get a couple of good cards with her, if nothing else. So it seems bad. I guess Damnation's pretty bad. The odds of us being able to play that after Sundering Titan are pretty low. Maybe Stroke of Genius. Stroke of Genius is just kind of expensive a lot of the time. Okay, maybe we'll do something like that. We will play first, and we will fairly happily keep here. We have Miscalculation for either a counter or a cycling, and close to Cryptic Command. Pernicious Deed's a little ways off, but Noxious Gearhole looks pretty good, I think, too. So we'll keep. I think this hand's fine. Probably about as good as we can hope to expect. See if he entombs at my end step. Did not. Still have the Miscalculation here. If he plays something that we want to get rid of. Don't think we cycle this. I think we'd rather just have it up next turn. If we need to hit land drops, maybe we will, but I don't think we need to right now. Opponent just discard the Mirror Battlesphere the old-fashioned way, which means that Miscalculation may end up being even better if he tries to play something soon. I guess we just keep playing islands at this point. I guess playing Pernicious Deeds may be nice. Alright, maybe we play out a swamp in case we need to play a Pernicious Deed next turn. Yeah, if we can keep up counter magic pretty much this whole game, I think that bodes well for us. I'm not going to cycle the Miscalculation for a while at least. So I wonder if that was an intentional drop by the Mirror Battlesphere, or if he just doesn't have any land. Reanimate. Okay, I guess we'll just miscalculate that. Seems pretty okay. I mean, I guess we could have domed him for that 6-7, but much better for him to just not have the reanimate. Okay, so this turn we can keep up Cryptic Command or play Mole Drifter Evoked. He could just have... I think we still just want to keep our counter spells up. Because he could still have, like... Nightfell Spectre. Okay. I guess we just counter that. Put ourselves a little bit at risk from your Battlesphere, but then we have not a terrible chance of drawing like Ob Nixilis. And he actually doesn't have Sundering Titan on the battlefield yet, which is the true danger. So I think we counter it. Counter spell, draw. And then if we draw any land, we can also Mole Drifter next turn. If it's not swamp. Do want to draw land. Okay. So don't get to utilize the Blooming Marsh right off. So I guess we evoke the Mole Drifter first. I don't think there's anything we'd want to play though. I guess we could play the Pernicious Steed instead of the Ancestral Vision. I guess we should see what we're going to draw very first. The 2/2 flyer matters some, but I think we're going to have some things, other good targets here on for 5 and 6 mana, so I'm not unhappy just evoking it now. Okay, well, get what we get. And we'll suspend our Ancestral Vision. And if he does bring back the Battlesphere, we can Damnation. Sundering Titan is truly the nightmare for us. Kolaghan's Command, okay. Pretty good card for sure. What do we want to discard here? Just want to get Pernicious Steed. I think we want Glenalendra. I think Damnation's better than Pernicious Steed. And I think I like our other two as well. So I think we're going to pitch that. Okay. Now we've got 6 mana here. We play Ob Nixilis and draw. And we still got Damnation if he reanimates. So I think that's better than playing Glenalendra right off the bat. Just because we have the Damnation in the Gear Hulk, we'll be able to take care of anything he gets rid of. Unless he somehow manages to put the Sundering Titan and manage to put the Sundering Titan into the graveyard and reanimate it, which seems unlikely. Let's just play our Nixilis here. And start drawing some cards. So we're going to shy away from playing the Forest if we can, just to make us a little bit less soft to Sundering Titan. That is definitely the way my opponent wins the game, if he's going to win. We have... Okay. Yeah. Not bad for us. Ratchet Bomb. Okay. That's interesting. I'm not sure it's real great against our deck. He's got a lot of counters on it before it does something. I guess we'll play Glenalendra here, and just pass back to my opponent. Have the double counter up if we need it. This card is so nuts. Okay, that's fine. If he drops any creature, we'll play our Noxious Gear Hulk. Maybe he's got Skin Render again. Night Veil Spectre. Okay. Nothing we can do about that. Well, till next turn. Seal of Fire. Do we care again? I guess maybe we do, because there's Skin Render in his deck. And also we've got the blue mana to fight it right now. Potentially Seal of Fire causes problems later. Okay. Still suspending. I'll play another Swamp. Play the Gear Hulk. Kill the Spectre. And swing with Glenalendra. Okay. So we can counter anything my opponent plays. We have Damnation still, and we've got 6 power on board. I feel like we're in a reasonable board state. Opponent still can keep moving Ratchet Bomb up. It's not going to save for the Noxious Gear Hulk. You could use it to kill Glenalendra, I guess, eventually. Do we just want to allow that? Probably. It's less important than a lot of other cards he could play, even though this kind of finds him what he wants to do. I think as a general rule, you're better off trying to counter the actual reanimation spells rather than Serum Visions, though. And bottoms twice, so he is looking for something. Okay. Ancestral. There we gotta draw a bunch. Nice. So again, we're going to avoid playing the forest as long as we can. The question is whether we want to play our Liliana or Wormcoil. This costs us 4 total. So we've got 7, 9. So we can't actually, or we could play the Liliana, but not the other. We actually maybe don't want to give him something to discard though. So maybe we just attack and then put something on top of our deck. Oh, I guess we can't do that and play the Liliana. We just don't have the right sources of land. That's okay. I like this attack all the same. Keep Glenalendra up. Just pass back. Keeps ticking up his Ratchet Bomb. Now he's on a 2-turn clock for these. Maybe Chainer's Edict to get rid of something. I think we're in a pretty unbeatable board state. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll counter it. But even if he can reanimate something here, we can Chainer's Edict. Although I guess if it's on the Mirror Battlesphere, that's less good. Necromancy. Okay. Well, I guess we just need Damnation then. But then we can start over with the Wormcoil engine and not be too unhappy. And this is fairly hard for my opponent to get past. Still a 2-turn clock. Thirst. Okay. Pitching Buried Alive and Entomb. I guess my opponent figures that at this point Sundering Titan doesn't do as much as Mere Battlesphere, which is almost certainly true. Thoughtseize. Okay. Takes his favorite here. We've gone down to the wire with our time so far. Okay. Attack with our Worm Coil. I guess we should have swung with Hissing Quagmire too. It's going a little bit too fast. We'll get rid of Liliana. What's her name? Liliana Last Hope. And I guess I Thoughtseize my opponent. Okay, just got a mountain or a swamp in hand. And let's see if he draws a miracle here. Drew something. Huh, okay. You got me. Alright. Managed to take out my second opponent. He had definitely some like high-powered draws. If he hits Reanimate, I mean, potentially he wins the game on turn 2 or turn 3, really. But he had a lot of kind of filler, not great cards too, like Seal of Fire, Fork Bolt. So kind of a inconsistent deck for my opponent. But we got lucky and we're on the inconsistent half when he wasn't drawing quite as well. So good for that. We'll go on to our game 3. Hope for the 3-0 on our deck that maybe is better than we thought.